There, that lies from the brass tap. I'm a little bit behind here, but it looks like Nathan got this one. Good take there. Good effort. Didn't quite get it. Looking to see if that five passes the line. Wait till what he decided. Guessing he decided it does. Short there. I guess he decided it goes. I can't see anything in my position. It's a little questionable. I was looking at the tape the whole time. Back of that. A big difference at this level. Me, just one rail up, living up to it. Nathan gets another. Good angle on the one ball, but I'm not sure what kind of future there was there. Collides with the seven, more than likely. And the two balls in awkward position anyway. Just to play safe. Not sure he has a clean look at it, but possibly does. Toy around a little bit here because nobody really wants anything to do with that two ball. Mike would probably be able to tell you what he's going to do here. I cannot. Well, he takes care of the problem with the two. But he's not going to be happy with that. Nathan's elevated. I think he was actually playing safe there. was tricky. He was going to need a little good fortune. And don't think that he got the roll. Looks like Cory can see the ball. And I'm guessing it's time for offense. Assuming he can get a good look at it here. Okay. Mike mentioned it earlier. This table is playing tough. A little worn in. That ball's tough to go. You got to hit that pretty clean. Looks like Nathan just slow. It's risky having to hit that hard, but now this is the same situation Mike pointed out earlier. I think it's come up a little short, but at the same time, 3 rails around. There's traffic. I think he's worried about that. Yeah, so he just chooses to not check it off that rail and leave himself a longer shot. Can't tell if he's going to try to use multiple rails or just smooth this in nice and easy. Chose. Almost got stuck in that corner, more or less did. Come up a little bit short. Decision. Does have a piece of the ball. Yeah, that was touchy. Good effort, though. Nathan probably about the same shot as he shot last time. Try to duck that 5 under a little better this time. He could take the cue ball down there, but he's not going to. Same thing, just avoid this now. Hit it good. I didn't even see you could make that. Pardon me. Okay. It's this good. He should be out. There you go. My line of sight at that time. I couldn't see exactly how it happened, but looks like this is still makeable. The ball's going to get fun. Make a bad decision more than likely. He'll probably be smart. He might go after it. I'm not sure. I need Mike's advice for that. Just ducks and maybe get that cue ball behind him. Not quite. Looks awkward to me. Not familiar with this guy, but he's kind of winding up as if he might be going for the bank. And he does, and he drills it. Good shot. Very nice bank shot from Cory on the 8. So trend is Nathan's lead down, 2-1. The bracket. Get Mike Davis back here. I'm not sure if you saw that, Mike, but Cory just made a nice straight back bank on the 8. Safety battle. Decided to go after it. Hit it clean as he could.
Yeah, nice. He made a real good bank on the 9 against me. I left him like end rail to end rail and kind of dared him to shoot it, and he made it. Great break there again. So he was breaking really well against me, racking the balls well. Cue balls stopped nice like that.
Struck out good. This 3 ball looks tricky for me. Is it just gonna play safe? Or what do you see here?
I think just kind of go back and forth, get just a tiny bit lower than where the 2 is now, and take that little bit. Yeah. Yeah, it just looks like it'd be too much to try to do anything else with the cue ball.
Maybe stopping his cue ball somewhere near side pocket here. You think back and forth?
Yeah. I mean, if you can get down a little lower than 2, the closer to the side, the better. But you try to go all the way around.
Still more is the same result, but feet distance. Yeah. Does he have a choice here but to go after this cut?
I mean, I think you can play safe, potentially hitting it thick. Certainly, you can do the overcut it, hit it really thin, and play safe. But you might be able to hit it thick and play safe using the 8 and 9.
He looks to me like his eye ended up to make it, but it could be wrong.
Could be, especially with the with the overcut, it's like a built-in safety anyway.
Yeah, you know, like he went after it, but maybe he didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. He hit it real firm. Yeah. Yeah, if you're just going for the overcut safety, he got lucky. The cue ball didn't go all the way back down. So I think you're right.
This is another example where he wants to use that second rail. Just give him a better chance. Maybe.
Well, and he went across. So whether you make it or not, going across it rather than under it and have the cue ball slide towards the corner, that's the way to hit that ball for sure.
The same ball on the scratch, wasn't he was gonna do that cue ball, that 4 ball anyhow. Looked like he was more or less just letting it loose.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was a little bit of a bad decision. It looked like he tried to draw the cue ball so it'd go around the A9, but that's what made him undercut the ball, trying to draw the cue ball at an angle that wasn't really there. At least it certainly wasn't there shooting the 4 to the middle of the pocket. You had to undercut it to create that angle. So probably was a different way to play shape. Would have been better.
I assume this 8 passes the 9.
Yeah, it looks good. So it's not bad here. Touch of right English, touch of inside, and go 2 rails right at the 8.
Just about a little here, or did he just hit this with a slow speed?
I think I stun it kind of firm. It was funny though. Anytime you have to bump another ball when you shouldn't necessarily have to, now you got things to calculate. So is he gonna go safe?
I guess so, but it's always risky leaving the 8 right next to the 9.
It is. So, but he got the 8 below the 9, just that little bit. That's enough to make the carom isn't really there. That was the trickiest part about that shot.
this is one way that, like you said, Karen might not be there, but it's tempting to go for. You think he's going to swing?
Maybe. It's so hard to say from here. I can't see his exact angle, and this is the real tricky shot either way. He could try to hit it thin. I think that the thin hit safety is still the best play, but that's so hard to do from 8 feet away.
He tried it.
Yeah, maybe just
Tried to use even a little bit to slow that 8 ball down, but
exactly.
it wasn't a terrible result. Pretty decent, honestly. I think I might have double kissed a little bit. Rolling up.
Yeah, Christy hit that shot so well last match, and she actually completely got the ball like basically frozen or within a quarter inch of the end rail. That was really nice.
I mean, went for the bank this time. I think he's got enough to cut.
Yeah, I think he cut this one in. I think
Tough shot. Missed it by a good little margin. Laps it off, and he's definitely going to get refocused on this 9 ball. It's a big one. Elevated.
Yeah, I was wondering if he had to.
It's interesting.
The elevation, that way is nowhere near going towards a side pocket or corner, but I think if he hit it firm enough with that angle, it would have went in between. Like it would have went past the side, in between the side and the corner pocket.
Well, it didn't seem to bother him elevating. That obviously makes that shot that much tougher.
It really does. He's young and just hitting balls all the time, and he's playing extremely well. So yeah, when you're that confident, then elevating was probably the right shot for him. That way, there's no chance of scratching. Somebody else that doesn't elevate with the same level of accuracy, I would have just tried to figure out my speed in English to go above the side pocket.
It's not really been working for him.
It was earlier, like you said, he was just being a little careless, even with the racking a little fast, because he was making the wing ball just about every time earlier.
Is he going to come with 2 ball on the side?
I think I wouldn't terribly mind that, but you got to play position around the 6, so I wouldn't mind slowing it down either. It's 2-6, very nice. Slow it down for the 2 in the corner, and he would have had to use inside English to help kind of kill it off that first rail. A longer shot on the 2, so I like what he did instead.
Oh, don't put the shot there.
Yeah, just about. I think you can just draw that straight over to the rail. I feel like he could have been a touch closer to that chalk, really, if he'd hit it extremely well. Maybe, 2 inches below that chalk. But it could have been closer to this 4 ball if he put a little better stroke on that. But
yeah,
he still got the same shot.
Like I said, it looked like he was winding up to hit it. Just didn't.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Hit that. Just as I was saying, they're good.
Thought so too. I thought he hit it plenty well enough for that to go in.
Well, again, this table you talk about here,
Yeah, I mean, the cloth's really, worn out this time. Brass tap will change it soon. They do periodically, but they get a lot of play. Like they're played on basically all day and all night, most of these tables. So it gets worn out fairly quick, and it doesn't play anything like when you watch the pros play on that brand new cloth. Those balls slide down the rail and go in, even on tighter pockets. That ball would have went. I thought he could still cut this ball. Cue balls are running like crazy, but I thought he still could.
Well, didn't find any cover there. I'm not exactly sure what the intention was.
I think that was all out, just trying to cut it in the side and come around for the 6 in the side and go for the win. I think this one, similar to his last shot, he had to really dig down like super low to get the ball to draw as much as possible. Same shot here. He really wants to hit this with as much draw as possible on this shot. Looks like he got a really good safe actually with a 7 and 9. Both blocked the most natural kick angles. He's going to have to shorten this a little bit.
Yeah, because he feels like he can. Maybe not.
Okay.
It's about all he had.
Either that or a jump. I mean,
yeah, probably might consider a jump after.
I thought so too. There was nothing obvious that sticks out to like an easy way to potentially get safe with any of the shots. But at least a jump, you can hit it firm enough to have more of a chance of a lucky roll safe.
Get a lot of the ball the way he shot it. He's not going to hit it. Get a big piece of the ball anyway. Okay.
Yeah, these pockets are just tough. Instead, whatever size these are, they're playing like they're tougher.
Yeah, you were saying that's when you just got to start using your angles even more so you're not having to force things like that.
Exactly. Like he hit that ball so hard. Had he hit it half that speed, it probably would have went. Now that time maybe you didn't have like the best option, but if you have options, if you're playing position for yourself, play a little bit wider angle on the object ball. That way the object ball is traveling more slowly down the rail, and then they tend to go in a lot more often.
Just hit this raise clean and straight. She does. Nathan takes a 4-1 lead. Short race to 5.
I don't know if this goes. Even if it does, the safe behind the 3 ball might be the shot to play anyway. If it does go, maybe going back and forth for the 3 in the side is involved.
Yeah, I can try to go ahead and go for it. Thought of using the 3.
Yeah.
being behind a little bit factor into that. Like a good stroke here, and anything to be out.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned you had to put a good stroke on it. He had to hit it firm if he was going all the way across. I couldn't tell if his angle. Apparently, he didn't think he could possibly hold it there. Yeah, hitting it that firm, set on these pockets, it's just, you got to hit it super clean.
That's going to come out actually for Cory.
Yeah, it looks like he's probably going to nudge the 7 off this 4 ball, though. So if he is, I think you got to hit it with extreme left English to try to go off the rail and back above the 5. Okay, so drawing made him hit the 9 instead of.
A lot of the 9.
Yeah, I was thinking he was going to go forward.
Oh, yeah, that was interesting. There's that speed, but
yeah, it didn't have to exactly. If he hit this any harder with that same accuracy as
that's the 9.
no, I think it's tough side, yeah. He did get a touch straight on the 7 for the natural angle to get on the 8, right? It was okay, but I think he would have liked to have been just a tiny bit more angle on that 7 to naturally float up for the 8.
It looks to me like he loosened up a little bit, and that whole rack was kind of, other guys on the hill, and you got one. I guess it's when you just got to say, okay, time to play.
Yeah, a lot of times people take the pressure off themselves at that point.
Yeah, that looks to me to be what happened there. Looked real confident. Nice few balls getting out.
If you can clip this, the 1 goes into the 5 probably, and then cue ball all the way down table, like maybe behind the 3 ball.
Yeah, would have liked a little more pace on it.
For sure. I mean, you could have got behind the 9, behind the 7, 3, anything if you got way down table. And just in general, creating that, 3 foot more distance, if he could have, would have been nice.
Yeah, it looked like he probably, I'm sure he did have that in mind. Just let up on it a little bit.
Banking this and swinging around.
What did we say?
Not going to spend this with a right and just barely missed a 5, kind of. Yeah.
Hit that good. Close.
Yeah. He's okay, it looks like. Another inch, he would have been a little trouble.
Very good here. Where is he going to have to hit it hard?
Yeah.
That time he hit clean. Caught the knuckle. It's unfortunate.
Cue ball behind the 6, most likely this time.
Got good coverage. Like it on the 6. Good enough.
Yeah, I wonder if he saw that the 5 could go there really, predictably with inside English, because outside English and going 2 rails at the 6 makes it a little better chance to really get the cue ball right.
Right.
But then the 5's going to be out in space, so he probably played the.
Sure to be sure that 5 went straight.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was pretty nice.
Yeah, I envisioned him going a little differently at that.
If you notice, he cheated the pocket again to create that angle, so he had to come and overcut it to make the cue ball take that angle as opposed to swinging around at 7.
We'll get and swing out.